Today I want to talk a little bit about one of the repairs we do a lot. If it's not on every roof, it's almost every roof. They're a big maintenance headache and something you need to keep up on, and I'm going to show you what it is right now. All right, Chicago, welcome back to another edition of our YouTube channel. I'm Jim with Anchor Point Roofing. What it's called is a pitch pan, or a pitchcock as some people call it. Let's talk a little bit about what it is. A physical structure, open metal boxes placed around penetrations or pipes running through your roof. Traditional sealing, a lot of people will just put tar around them or wrap the membrane around them. Not really the proper way that we like to do it. We like to actually install a pitch pan, replace old portals when needed. And again, it's one of the most failure-prone risk spots. A lot of people, probably maybe even you out there watching, it's in your furnace room a lot. Okay, I've got dripping in my furnace. Why is it above there? What's happening? That's where the line sets go out for the HVAC condensers, and they need to be waterproofed properly on top of that roof. So let's jump into this and show you some of them. Here's an old one. What beats them up really bad is UV. This was a beautiful pitch pan, probably it's at one point. You've got this 1/2-inch conduit coming down into here, and you can see it just hold water. A lot of old school guys would just put tar in it, and it would work for a while, but tar is definitely not a long-term solution. We use something now called pourable sealant. Lucas, which is one of my favorite companies, provides the one-part pourable sealant that we use. These, you can get accelerated corrosion from these pitch pans. I mean, look at that, that's a mess. There's a high chance that that thing is leaking for sure. Here's one that we've removed. So what I'm gonna show you in a minute is the black portals that everyone uses. And the HVAC companies run their line sets in and out. Imagine a 4-unit building where you've got 4 condensers up there and everyone's trying to use the same portal. One's replaced a year, 2 years later, another one's replaced. So the HVAC companies just keep pulling them in and out in wires, and it just tears them up after a while. Here's one that we've removed, and actually here's one that's been finished perfectly. So you can see the condensation lines. This is 3/4 inch. This is called a line set, low voltage wire, and just 1/2-inch conduit. But it all kind of comes together there in a mess. And when you see this repair, don't you kind of think like, wow, it looks like it's done right. And this pourable sealant seals around every piece of that equipment. So if you've got a black portal that you're just sticking it down inside of, we see them caulked and sealed all the time. But I think as a homeowner, not knowing anything about roofing or HVAC line sets, I think you can see that and understand it's not only does it look beautiful, it's gonna be waterproof for a long, long time. Sometimes we will put them around PVCs. We call these candy canes. This is probably for a high efficiency furnace. But you can see here, we've got it wrapped around a pitch pan around the 3 PVC pipes, makes it very watertight. Here's the portals I was talking about. So over the years, you know, this has got 1, 2, 3 line sets going into this one, and then over here you've got the conduit, which is probably the 220 that feeds the condensers on the roof. Anyway, also the cable company decided they wanted to use it a little bit, and you can see it's just a disaster. A lot of times we'll see these caulked up and they actually become concave where they hold water. This is a big, big point of leaking, and plus it's kind of ugly, I have to say. So here we removed the portal of that other one. We've started here. You can see we've got the metal pitch pan. We typically build them custom on site. You can get them from the vendor, ABC, Lakefront, and they'll have them pre-made, but we like to make them so they fit nice and tight on most occasions. Sometimes we will buy the pre-built, but it seems like it's always a good idea just to make them custom. And then again, here's what it looks like finished. Seeing that, you feel like, wow, you know, that thing is not gonna leak. You do need to keep up on them every 2 or 3 years. The pourable sealant can settle a little bit. It is always a maintenance item, but having it done like that, like, you could probably come back in 5 years and that's still gonna be in great shape. Here's one we did. So you can see this is the condenser. The condenser pad is really close here, but we were able to squeeze one in, and you can see the pitch pan. It just looks clean and better, and it's gonna be great long-term performance. One more with just some conduit running out of it, but again, we usually see them, you know, by the condensers. Here's kind of a step-by-step process. We've got a base sheet down here that we put the conduits in the line set, and you can see we got the base sheet. We filled this with a clear silicone. Here's another custom-made box. If you notice, we've primed the metal with an asphalt primer. That's critical. We see that missing a lot of times, and that's what allows the membrane to really adhere to it. When you heat that membrane up, we've put a granulated membrane, it's gonna stick to that forever. You can't get it back apart. And then once again, here's a nice finished project. Step 1, step 2, step 3. It's almost look like we know what we're doing a little bit. One more, here's a 3 conduit system. We've put them all inside. Again, they've primed the, they don't have these primed yet, primed the sides of it with the asphalt primer, and then boom, turns out great, looks nice. Just a couple more, line set there. It looks like we've touched up this B vent with some Lucas 6000 or something to seal that up. And that's it. So pitch pans, pitch pockets, they're a big leaking item on the roof. Not every roof, but a lot of roofs have problems with them. And I'd like to think we're one of the experts when it comes to it. Our guys take a ton of pride in making sure that pitch pan is done right and just making sure aesthetically that it looks beautiful. I think when a homeowner sees that repair and the step-by-step process that we provide with our photos, I think you have no doubt that, you know, it's sealed up and going to be good for a long time. So that's it for my pitch pan video today. Whether you're a homeowner looking for a repair or a pitch pan repair, or a roofer looking for some tips, looking for the best products, Anchor Point Roofing is where it's at. Thank you so much for watching, Chicago, and we'll see you on the next one.